You also committed, you assured Senator Blumenthal, all FBI employees will be protected against political retribution. So you're testifying today that you played no role in the firing of even a single FBI agent for political retribution.
None for political retribution.
And if any FBI agent said you did, they would be lying. Is that your testimony?
I'm only speaking to my actions. Everybody is allowed to make their allegations.
This wasn't a shouting match. It was a slow dissection. Schiff pressed Patel with surgical precision, exposing how loyalty to power often hides behind technical phrasing. What unfolded was less about words and more about what those words avoided.
So, Mr. Patel, if FBI, senior FBI agents or employees said that you were firing them for political retribution reasons because of the cases they were assigned, you're saying they would be lying. Is that
anyone that was terminated at the FBI was done so for failing to meet the standards, uphold their constitutional oath, and effectuate the mission.
Well, by meet the standards, are you talking about meet the standards of protecting the president under any circumstance?
No.
You also guaranteed Senator Blumenthal that every FBI employee will be held to the same, absolute same standard. No one will be terminated for case assignments. Are you testifying today that you never terminated anyone at the FBI, in whole or in part, because of a prior case assignment?
No one at the FBI is terminated for case assignments alone.
Well, I'm asking about you, Mr. Patel. Did you, in whole or in part, terminate anyone at the FBI because they worked on the Trump investigation or because they worked on January 6th?
No one at the FBI has been terminated for case assignments alone.
Okay, you're saying alone. Does that mean they were terminated in part because they were assigned to a January 6th case or assigned to the Mar-a-Lago case? You're being very precise here, Mr. Patel. You're saying alone. That means they were fired in part because they were assigned those cases. Is that your testimony?
Absolutely not. But if you want to keep putting words
well,
in my mouth,
then let me ask you, let's strip away the word alone. Did you terminate or participate in any discipline of any FBI employee in whole or in part because of their work on an investigation of Donald Trump or January 6th? Yes or no?
Any terminations at the FBI by employees?
No, I'm asking you a very specific question.
And I'm going to answer the question, but you don't like the answer because it's the truth and it guts your narrative.
I want an answer to my question. I don't want an answer to someone else's question. So let me just be precise, and I ask for a yes or no answer. Did you ever terminate or discipline an FBI employee in whole or in part because they had been assigned or worked on an investigation of Donald Trump or January 6th?
FBI
yes no?
employees are only terminated
yes
if they
no,
fail
Mr.
to
Patel?
uphold their oaths of
yes
office
or no?
and duty.
You're not answering my question.
I don't have to answer your question yes or no because you're setting up a trap so you can have a media narrative.
I'm not setting up a trap.
And I'm not giving it to you.
Unless it's true that you fired people.
People have been terminated at the FBI who failed to uphold the standards that the FBI requires them to uphold.
Did you tell anyone at the FBI that all FBI employees who they identified who had worked on cases against President Trump would be removed from their jobs? Did you tell that to someone at the FBI?
Say that I would remove people for case assignments?
That you would, that people that were identified as having worked on cases against President Trump would be removed from their jobs. Did you tell that to someone at the FBI?
People are not removed for case assignments.
Just answer my question. Did you tell that to someone?
People are not removed for case assignments.
No, you're not answering my question.
And I would
Mr.
never
Patel,
tell anyone.
Did you tell someone at the FBI that FBI employees identified as having worked on cases against President Trump would be removed from their jobs? Yes or no, did you tell someone that?
I would never tell anyone at the FBI that they're being removed for basically their case assignments.
Okay, so anyone who said that would be lying. Is that your testimony?
Anyone can say whatever they want.
No, I know, but you're saying they were a liar.
I'm telling you what I said.
Because this is in the complaint against you, Mr. Patel. So you're saying Mr. Driscoll and others are liars?
I'm not going to address the complaint and the ongoing
Okay, well then let me ask you, have you ever told anyone at the FBI that the FBI tried to put the president in jail and he hasn't forgotten it, and that your job depended on the removal of agents who worked on cases against the president?
No.
Did you ever tell anyone that?
No.
Okay. Did you ever tell anyone that you knew these summary firings you were undertaking were illegal, likely illegal, and that you would be sued and later deposed. Do you ever tell anyone that?
No firings at the FBI or terminations were done for anything other than justified
Do you ever
cause.
tell anyone that, Mr.
No,
Patel? Why don't you
no
answer my question?
terminations at the FBI were ever done in my tenure for anything other than failing
Did you ever
to
tell
uphold
anyone
their
that,
oath of
Mr.
the
Patel? You willing to
office
answer
or
the
their-
question?
The FBI.
I guess
I
you're not
have
willing to
answered
answer the
it.
question. So let me move on. Let me
Repeatedly.
move on to the Epstein files. You said you're the most transparent FBI director in history, so I'm going to put you to the test. In 2024, you were asked by Glenn Beck about Epstein's Black Book. And you said, he asked, who has Jeffrey Epstein's Black Book? And you said, Black Book, FBI. And he said, but who? That is, I mean theirs. And you said, oh, that's under the direct control of the director of the FBI. That's what you said. Was that true, Mr. Patel?
I'll rely on you quoting it accurately. I did that a couple
Was it
years
true
ago.
what you represented to Mr. Beck and the president's supporters out there, or were you lying?
No,
Was
what-
it true that the Black Book, Epstein's Black Book, was in the possession of the FBI director?
The Black Book was in the possession of the FBI.
Okay, so now that you're the FBI director, you have possession of the Black Book, right?
The argument between Adam Schiff and Kash Patel underscored a silent issue at the heart of American oversight. Accountability is drowned by words. Schiff's questions were not revolutionary. They were fundamental. Who got fired and why? However, Patel's responses, or rather his avoidance of them, illustrated how power responds to examination. Instead of transparency, the audience was given a language maze. Not for case assignments alone. I won't address ongoing matters. And you don't like the truth. Those terms may sound bureaucratic, but they serve a darker purpose. They make the public forget what responsibility should sound like. Schiff's precision pushed Patel to recognize the obvious without acknowledging it. Language has the potential to conceal rather than explain accountability. The issue isn't simply Patel's evasiveness, it's that his method has become the standard. From cabinet hearings to press conferences, the current political playbook favors people who can talk for hours without saying anything at all. Every ongoing investigation or classified matter serves as a cover against penalties. Schiff's insistence on yes or no responses was not obstinacy, but rather a rejection of the culture of ambiguity. When the discussion turned to Epstein's Black Book, Patel's statement that it was in the possession of the FBI director was intended to reassure. However, it revealed how proximity to evidence has evolved into a performance of openness rather than proof of it. Possession is not the same as disclosure. Simply knowing something exists does not imply sharing it with the public. Schiff's questions reminded viewers of a critical point. Democracy does not fall via turmoil alone. It erodes when evasion becomes accepted. His steady persistence contrasted strikingly with Patel's defensive demeanor. Schiff was documenting silence rather than chasing headlines. For those watching, the message was plain. Institutions lose confidence gradually, one unanswered issue at a time. Although the hearing did not result in a confession, it did provide clarity. Schiff revealed what Patel could not, that beneath the veneer of legal formalism is a system still hostile to honesty. In that sense, Schiff not only won the exchange, but also demonstrated why these exchanges are important. In a world where bureaucrats distort words to maintain power, asking a direct question is still the most radical act of all.